All right.
Okay, Auntie Savannah, here we go.
So it's
Are
Auntie
you starting
Savannah
it?
and the Mama Bear Jen in three, two, one.
The best leadership happens when you step away for 10 minutes.
This is Back in 10.
Hi, everyone.
Wow.
Welcome to Back
Jennifer,
in
we
10.
are
That is, guys, it's been a day. It's just been a day. So, welcome to Back in 10. I am Jen.
I'm Savannah, I hope. Like, after today, I don't know what is and I'm sorry, I just hit the desk and it made the camera jump.
That's okay. We're going with it.
Happy day.
Are here again. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, that's enough. We're not going to do that again. Well,
No.
anyways, Savannah.
Yeah.
Hi. Hi,
Hi,
friend.
Jen. How was your day today? Let's
You
just
know,
give me a rundown
it's
of
been
how
a
it
little
was.
rough. I am a mama bear today.
Yeah.
There's some stuff going on the home front, and I the Boston twang might come out. It might come out because when mama gets a little protective of her little bears,
Baby.
get a little passionate, and that's when I notice I add or remove R's in places.
Do
So
you also add expletives? Because that's what I'm known for.
um sometimes, but I'm practicing to not say potty words. So
Why, but they're so fun.
they are so much fun. um but anyways, we're
Anyway,
but anyways, today,
yeah.
uh speaking about, I'll say, family and life in general, we're going to talk about schedule optimization, but for the dental practice. I actually think that we should do this for like personal life down the road too. I think that would be
Oh,
great.
yeah.
When we
Yeah.
talk about leadership and just your own juggling, can we talk about, I know everyone has different things, but I'll say like being a leader, um, having other side gigs because so many of us do,
Yep.
uh, being a parent, traveling, so many different things.
I
There's so
know.
many calendars. There's so
There's
many
so
darn
many
calendars.
calendars.
It's like
What
I just
other
made a doctor's appointment for a year from now. Like
Well, I
today,
mean,
a year
that's an
from
issue in
now.
itself.
Yeah. I'll tell
What
you where
other
I'm gonna
side
be on
gigs
September 28th of 2026.
You know what I find, though, is that I'll book that appointment a year in advance, and then, like, 2 weeks before, I'll be like, "How the F did I just double book myself? That
Mhm.
has been booked for a year." And I'm like, "Which do I reschedule now? How
Mhm.
long am I gonna wait to get into the doctor?" It's a long time.
There's
But
2 doctor's appointments that you never change. Your annual with your PCP, I'll
mhm.
say. This actually goes into scheduling. Your annual with your OB. So there you go.
True.
You can decide which one of the 2 that I had today. But in dental offices,
I love
it's
you so
really
much.
important that you talk about schedule optimization because patients do cancel. We book out 6 months plus in advance.
Yeah.
You need your patients to value that appointment that they do with their PCP and they do with
Right.
their OB, so they don't cancel.
Right. And a packed schedule isn't always a productive
No.
schedule either.
Mm-mm.
That's something to think about too. It's about prioritizing a balance in your schedule. I I do think it's interesting, and there are practices that say, yeah, we're booked out solid 6 months, no hygiene room. But, we really are looking for new patients. We need our new patients.
Yeah.
You're in a pickle then. I don't Where
Mhm.
are you going to put these hygiene patients when they come in after their new patient exam? I don't Your short
Mhm.
notice list must be super robust, and everyone must be clamoring to get in at that point. I
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
just It always baffles me. That just baffled me.
Yeah, and I think, look, not only is it important to, people are talking about new patients, but What about the patients that are dropping off your schedule that never come back?
Right.
Right? There's so many different things that come into play. But I know recently I was talking to owner of a dental practice, and they had an associate that was on their team, new associate, great guy, great clinician, great bedside manner. She doesn't want to be there anymore.
Hmm.
And he said he came from a PPO practice, and he's like, I'm just not as busy. Okay, but wait a second. It's a different mindset, right? If you come from a
Yeah.
practice that is all or very, very heavy in PPO, some of those, not all, but some of those practices are like turn and burn, right? Like they get the patients in, they get them in and
Yeah.
out really, really quickly, and their schedule is jammed all day. It's like you need
Yeah.
roller skates to be able to practice in in an office like that,
Right.
versus being in an office that is not in network with any or just a few insurances, and you are not as busy, I'll say, because you're not running around like crazy, but you are more productive, right? Because you have a schedule that has been optimized.
Yep.
You know where you want specific procedures, what types of procedures that you need throughout the day
Mm-hmm.
to make it effective. So, one thing that I
Right.
love, go
You're
for it.
optimizing around energy and capacity. So
Mm-hmm.
you're really making sure that those high production appointments are also staggered with those lower
Mm-hmm.
production, lower demand type of appointments as well. Otherwise,
Yeah.
you're going to burn out, like you just
Yeah.
said.
And also understand too, like throughout the procedure, okay, where is the doctor actually needed physically in the operatory during this time, and when can we move them physically to a different operatory so the assistant can work with that other patient and wrap things up or do whatever that they need to do. So it's really an orchestra, right? It's understanding what you need, what you have, what you don't have. I need a little more of this, a little less of this. But I love colors. I'm a very
Oh, I do
visual person, and a lot of the
too.
practice management softwares out there give you the ability to set up your schedule and have like a little bar on the side that will show you color correlation to the appointment types, which is super, super easy, especially if you have new team members or team members that don't know dentistry. If they look and they're
Yep.
like, oh, okay, I need to put a green appointment here, super easy.
Yep.
Green to me was always high production. So every
Same.
appointment that was high production was green. Yeah, money, right? Just
Emergencies were red hot,
1,000%. Uh-huh. Yep.
coming
Get
in
them
hot.
in super fast. Yep. What color were your composites? I'm just curious now.
Our composites were yellow.
Same. Okay.
Maybe wait.
you
What
did
soft?
you
What
have
PMS were you using? Were you on EagleSoft?
Yeah.
Okay,
We
this is
also
really
had
weird, Jen.
we also had brown.
Brown were that was a consultation appointment.
Oh, not for us.
No.
No, browns are like poopy ones. Like you didn't want to do those patients. Like you didn't want to do those appointment types. Yeah, they were just
Those were just like the
No.
light pink. Those went in as miscellaneous. You're like, well, don't know
Oh,
where that's
okay.
gonna
Yeah,
go.
everyone is so different. So even when you have that, like have a key that you can print out and have it off to the side too, so that way they don't have to click the drop down or pick things like that.
Right.
But that
It also helps
definitely
with
helps.
pre-planning the day.
Yes.
So when
Thousand-
when your team is quickly passing the schedule that you might have on the wall in the Steri Center, they don't have to be at the computer. They can run their eyes down the
Mhm.
color code.
Yeah, so they can see what they have to set up, right? Just make it quick and easy too. Mhm.
Mm-hmm. So what about with schedule optimization, bottlenecks? How did your practices address bottlenecks? What was the vibe there?
Gosh, really the biggest thing is we talked about huddle in past episodes. Really looking at
Our
that with your team.
opportunity meetings.
Yep. To look at that and say, okay, where do we potentially see them? But the biggest thing
Yeah.
is having that conversation with the team before and not after. So even if you have one of those emergency patients that needs to be seen immediately, and maybe we don't really have room in the schedule, but we need to see them because they're in pain, we need to see them.
Mhm.
Go and talk to your team first If you haven't, it's better if you do it during your opportunity meetings. You're like, hey, where can we squeeze someone in if needed? But if you've already
Right.
utilized all those spaces, go and talk to them before you just decide to put them in the schedule, just to see who's available to help. If there's anyone, even a hygienist that's like, hey, can you take an x-ray real quick for them?
Right.
Um,
Yeah, in this case, it's not good to ask for forgiveness. Don't
no,
just do not just
no.
put the appointment in where you willy-nilly want to. Like, get some feedback first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, phone a friend.
Phone a friend, aka
Phone a friend.
doctor or lead assistant.
Yes. Actually, lead assistant, I would say. Yeah.
Well, yeah, the doctor and be like, I
In
don't
my
know, go ask
experience, I
Tammy.
would yeah. Or they're like, "Oh, just send them on down," and you're like, "There's already 5 people out there and all of the op" yeah. Sometimes it's just okay. I would say from my experiences, your lead assistant is, uh, someti is like the conductor of the clinical operatories. So they
Mhm.
know where everyone needs to be, who's gonna be where, even what supplies or what setups are in different rooms because they might be all set up differently, right? Ideally, they would all be the same, but who knows? If there's something broken, who knows, right? So really reach out to your team and ask them where you can get that patient into.
There was one thing that we used to do that I thought was very helpful, because as you get new team members in, everyone works at a different pace, right? And we have this expectation that everyone must work at high speed pace. We on a day where we might have had a blowout in the schedule, and or there were patients in the schedule that were very predictable, their treatment was going to be very predictable, we would time them. So
Mm.
we would do an annual audit of how long it took the doctor and the dental assistant to complete an XYZ procedure. And I would literally go to 3 years out. I would put every appointment type on the schedule, and they had, their whatever time was available and or predictable patient, to time those procedures. And
Mhm.
it was a really good opportunity for us to be like, oh, like this appointment has 25 extra minutes on it. Like, and
Yeah.
that was after notes, after room cleanup. So it's really important to do that time audit of procedures, to make sure that you are scheduling efficiently and booking to goal, right? Maximizing that chair time without overwhelming your team or your doctor.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend, and especially if you have a new associate, that
Oh gosh.
timing appointments for your associates is a must for
Mhm.
honestly the first 6 months to a year.
Oh gosh, yeah.
You want to see like, and it's a good opportunity too for the doctor when they're having their check-ins with the associate, being like, "Hey, Doctor Caramel, you started doing crowns. It took you like an hour and a half. Now, 7 months later, you're clocking in at 60-minute crowns. You're doing solid. So you've shaved
Mhm.
off a half an hour. You're getting comfortable. It's a really good opportunity to
Yeah.
optimize your schedule.
Yeah, and it's also good just to even talk to some seasoned doctors that may think it takes them less time and then
Yeah.
burn their team out
Oh, yeah.
and
That's
do
that's
that too.
too. It's
Yeah,
like,
that they're like, I need an hour for a crown," and you're like, "Well, when we did the audit, it actually takes you an hour and a half."
right.
They're like, "No, it
Or
doesn't." We're like,
or
"Yes,
it's it takes you an hour, but you're not considering seating the patient, getting through the medical
Yep.
history, getting them numb,
Blood
and then
pressure."
clean up.
Yeah, blood pressure. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
another thing.
there are
But I think
a lot of practitioners that don't take that into account. So, you know,
mm-mm.
leaders
Mhm.
listening, if you are in charge of schedule optimization,
Mhm.
make sure when a doctor says, "I need only an hour for that appointment," you're considering the rest of your team, the dental assistants, and
Yeah.
their part in that appointment as well.
Yeah. I think, look, if you do have patients that drop off the schedule because it happens, right? We all know that we could probably look at the schedule and guess who's not going to come in, even if they have already confirmed their appointment.
Mm.
You need to be able to have a system that is not your team to be able to fill those, right? Because now that's just wasted chair time. That is wasted chair time. But you need
Yep.
a system that understands, I'll say, the nuances that you do, right? So,
Mhm.
like, the patient likes to come in on this specific day or this specific time, and I wanna filter it, and I wanna do all these things, and there's a ton of them out there. Um,
There's
I'll
lots of AI opportunities out
there's
there to
lots
implement.
of them. Um, I'm gonna sorry, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna plug. Savannah, you
Yeah.
happen to have firsthand experience with an amazing company, um, that I wish the practices that I had previously worked with utilized. Very impressed, and I do have to say before you can talk a little bit about it. I won't steal your thunder, but I had, um I wanted to learn more about the product and understand things more, um, especially when I talked about in some of the programs that I do with tech stacks and multiplying leadership and what it looks like for DSOs, because you need to have all these things in place. But the huge thing that I took away from that initial understanding and engagement and understanding the experience that offices can have is
Yeah.
that this team listens big time. I
We
made some
try.
recommendations and they just changed, like, instantly. And it
Yeah.
was that doesn't happen, I'll say,
Yeah.
on a normal occurrence. Yeah.
Yeah. Schedule optimization is not just about the people running the schedule, but also the tools you're using to reach out to patients and keep that schedule full and the production to goal.
That's the
Um,
big part, the production to goal.
Production to goal. And one of the great things that I love about the software company that I work for, if you don't know what that is, you can check out my personal page. It's every
Or send us a message. We'd be happy to share.
when they're an official sponsor, then I will actually just scream it to the high heavens. Um, but you want to make sure that your scheduling software is doing more than your PMS can do for you. One of the big things to look at with any type of schedule optimization software is it just providing me metrics and data, or is it giving me a daily action plan that my team can follow to optimize the schedule? There are so many companies out there
Mhm.
that they'll give you all the data. Yeah, like how many missed appointments are there? How many due
Mhm.
patients are there? What is my unscheduled treatment opportunity? Okay, cool. That's great, but like what the F do I do with this list now? Like I have
Right.
to manually go
Right.
in and do a bunch of stuff, and especially if you're training a new team member, that can be time consuming and cumbersome. But make sure that your software is working to your favor, especially when it comes to your schedule and reaching out
Oh,
to those patients.
1,000%. 1,000%.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I'll get off my soapbox now.
Sorry, I was the one that brought it up, so
And I love you for it. That's
my
why we're
bad. No.
besties.
Well, it's true. It's ridiculous. Like, you need to have tools that are an
Yeah.
extension of your team, but do not involve your physical team. You need to
Right.
help them. We're talking a lot about burnout in this episode. We weren't intending on that, but okay, we're talking about
Yeah.
burnout in your clinical team, but let's talk about burning out your admin team. Like, have those tools and resources. They should not be calling people or personally texting people or sending snail mail to people to try to get them in your practice anymore. Like, yes, there is
Right.
some things that you can do for that. Um, and you
There's no
might
need
want to
for it
spend
anymore, though.
no, look, I would rather have your team take the time to write a personal note to a
Yeah.
great patient that came into your office than write or send them a letter saying that they're overdue for a recare appointment. Like,
Mhm.
no, it's not a good use of their time. So have something
Mm-mm.
that's an extension of your team, that's a part of your team. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm, and who else is sick of, like, the rainbow chaos of sticky notes all over the computer, all over the actual desk? Like, I remember before, like, some big wig patient communication softwares came out, like, I had, like, a wall dedicated to, like, short notice.
Oh. Spreadsheets.
And like it was color coded. So like pink was Monday, green was Tuesday. So then like I could tick off what I did and who I brought in. And like I could see, okay, where am I in the priority list? Like, oh shit, I never got to that Monday one. Well, what the hell? You guys, you're beyond this now.
You just said sticky notes, and I swear it's like a trigger for me, because I'll say the gentleman that I worked for in like the first office permanently, hey Dr. Nick, because I know that you listen.
Hi, Dr. Nick. We love you. What I do, I love Nick
hated sticky notes. Hated sticky notes, and they would be all over the place. So when we would acquire a new office and we would walk in, I'm like, oh no, let me clean this up before he comes in here. And there would be stickies everywhere. And
He's gonna have a breakdown.
Because of that, and because of he likes things a certain way, which is great. Like everything was neat, it was clean. Like you don't need to see patients seeing flags waving everywhere all over your computer. Now it's like I see a sticky note, I'm like, ooh, I don't even have sticky notes.
Oh, I still do.
Like I have some for like my speaking presentations, which is a different thing. It's like for an activity. It's not for like a personal. No, everything goes in a notebook. Ta-da! Everything goes in a notebook or on my to-do list. But no sticky notes. I can't do it. It's like sacrilegious.
Sacrilegious. Wow, we are definitely going into our superhero voice like this whole episode.
We definitely did.
We definitely did, Justin.
Well, you know what? On that note, we have optimized our time to the best of our ability.
We've optimized our time. This is my 11 p.m. voice.
Yeah, it's not 11 p.m. though. I would be asleep. Okay, well, on that note.
We're old ladies. I have compression stockings on right now. Are we serious? I work from home all day, even though I stand up at my stand-up desk. Like, girl, I felt old today. I was like, my leg. I'm gonna put on some compression.
Well, okay. In Boston right now, in New England, it is gloomy, rainy. It's just blah outside. Well, I'll tell you, like, I know when it's gonna rain because my knees start to hurt. It's been like that since I was 10 years old. It's like I just know.
You should feel this way about your schedules too. When your legs feel heavy and swollen and your knees start to hurt, it is time to reevaluate your scheduling optimization.
There you go. Oakley agrees. Oakley agrees. Yeah.
Go get some compression stockings for your schedule. Keep them nice and keep the flow going strong. I mean, this analogy, I don't hate it anymore. I'm fine. Okay, on that note.
Bye, guys. Have a great rest of the day.
Thanks for spending a few minutes with us on Back in 10.
If something made you laugh, nod, or feel a little more human, share it with a friend and make sure that you're subscribed.
You can also follow us on Instagram at Back in 10 Pod for more behind the scenes, updates, and probably a little chaos.
We're not here to have it all figured out. We're just here to tell you the things that we wish someone had told us.
And remind you that leadership doesn't have to be perfect, just real.
We'll be back in 10.